Morning, brothers and sisters. I will share to you the title of my topic is Loving God with All Your Heart. In the Old Testament, the Bible teaches us how to love God. In Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 5, it is written, to love God is to love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And in Matthew 22 verse 37, it says, love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. And in Mark 12 verse 30, it says, love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. In Luke chapter 10 verse 27, it said, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. Now, notice that in Mark 12 verse 30, there are 4 elements: heart, soul, mind, and strength, while in Matthew and Deuteronomy, only 3 elements. And then again in Luke, there are 5 elements: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Heart, soul, strength, mind, and it was added, thy neighbor as thyself. So loving God is loving God has 5 elements. Loving God with all your heart. Second, loving God with all your soul. Third, loving God with all your strength. Fourth, loving God with all your mind. And fifth, loving God as you love thyself. Loving God is loving your neighbor as you love yourself. So here in Hebrew Bible, it is said that what's this? Hebrew Bible, verse 6. Where is it? What is this? Deuteronomy 6 verse 5. And you shall love Yahweh your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, with all your strength, and with all your strength. So that's the word in Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 5. It said, we ahab. In Hebrew we read in we ahabta et Yahweh Eloheka bekal lebabeka o bekal napseka. O bekal me odeka. So we read from right to left. In verse 5 say, we ahabta et Yahweh Eloheka bekal lebabeka o bekal ne nepseka o bekal me odeka. So that is the verse in Deuteronomy chapter 6 verse 5, wherein we can read that Loving God is very, very complicated. With all your heart, with your mind, with all your strength. In John chapter 14 verse 15, it says, "If you love me, keep my commandments." We read in Greek. In Greek it says, "Eian agapate mi tas entolas tas hemas teresete." So that's the word of God written in Greek. If you love me, keep my commandments. John chapter 14 verse 15. So loving God is keeping his commandments. Now in Matthew chapter 15 verse 8, it says, "Love God with all your heart, not with your lips." In Greek we read, "Holaos otos tois selesin mi tema, edi cardia auton poro apexi ab emo." So with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. So these are the way how to love God, as we have seen. So in John chapter 20, okay, so which John, the 3 degrees of love in Greek: eros, romance, love for opposite sex; erotic, philos, brotherly love; friendly love, agape, godly love. Challenge to Peter and all church leaders: feed my sheep, shepherd my lambs. So this is the way to love God. We should feed God's sheep and shepherd God's lambs.